art students, welcome to Arty Party, episode 5. I'm Ms. K, and I'm really excited to share today's project with you. Today, we're going to make something called a thaumatrope. That's a pretty funny word, thaumatrope. I bet you never heard that word before. A thaumatrope is a toy that was played with in the 1800s. That was a long, long time ago. We're in the year 2020 now, which is part of the 21st century. The 1800s are part of the 19th century. So this is an optical toy that it is called optical because when you're looking at the toy, your eyes do the magic. The toy spins round and round, and your eyes make it look like a cartoon. And they say this was one of the very first cartoons. Thauma means magic, and trope means something that moves. Let's say it together. Thaumatrope. You will need the following art materials. All right, so your first step is going to be to get your materials. And then you're going to take your thin cardboard or thick paper and trace a circle. I'm using a ceramic cup that somebody made me in a pottery class. Okay, so you're not going to trace it one time, you're going to trace it 2 times. So this is my second time tracing it, and after I'm done, I'm going to cut both of those circles out. So it's going to be a lot easier for me to cut out the circles if I cut all of this big cardboard off of my project first so that it's not in the way as I'm trying to cut very carefully on my circles. So I cut the big pieces off, and now I can slowly cut on my lines. After I cut on my lines, I'm going to glue both of these pieces together. And you can use glue stick, you can use liquid glue. If you use a hot glue gun, please be very careful. And if you're using a hot glue gun, you really should have a parent by you or a guardian. That would be the way to go. All right, so now I have my 2 circles cut out. So I'm going to take my glue stick and I glue those together. If you're using liquid glue, be careful not to use too much. Remember to take your time. And if you're using liquid glue, you're going to have it sit for a little bit so that it can dry while you're drawing. All right, I have my disc, so now I'm going to draw one part of my drawing on one side and the other part on the other side. So I've decided that for this project, I'm going to make a circus seal. So start drawing my circus seal. And I made my circle pretty small. You can always make yours bigger too. It'll make drawing your things a little bit easier. So I'll have the circus seal on one side, and then I decided to make a ball on the other side because circus seals often are able to balance balls on their nose. It's like one of their circus tricks that they do. Alright, so here's my seal. Alright, I added a couple more details to my seal drawing. Oh, it looks like Baxter has a joke, or maybe a question.
Hey kids, it's me, Baxter Bonanza here. It's been a little while, and I saw one of my favorite animals, that Miss K drew on the circle. It's a seal, and I got a joke. What did the artist seal say? Out, 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 out.
Alright, now I have my seal drawing. I'm going to flip my circle vertically. And I'm going to draw my beach ball that the seal has. And I'm trying to match it where the seal's nose is. So I'm going to do a circle here. So really look at your drawing and make sure that you're flipping it vertically. Okay, I'm drawing my beach ball. I'll add some color and I'll show you the last step and we will be all done. Alright, now you're going to find about halfway between your circle, and I'm cutting a little part on one side and right across from it I'm cutting another part. If you have help from a grown-up, they might be able to poke a hole in the cardboard for you, but if you don't, this is another way you can do it too. So now I'm going to put the yarn or string in that slit that I just made. And then I'll take a little tape and that will hold it there. And I'll do that on both sides. So I have the tape, I have slit, and I'm tying this knot. I am really excited to see the drawings that you come up with. Try to make up your own before you look up ideas online. And put that thinking cap on. Okay, so I have that part done. Now I'm tying a knot on this side. You might get a grown-up to help you. If you haven't tied a knot, it's going to be the first step you do when you tie your shoe. And then you're going to do that same step again. So you make the X, you bring the top part through the loop. You pull tight, and you do it 2 times. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Let's see if it works. So you wind it up. It worked. And it's called an optical toy because your eyes are making the 2 pictures come together. I made this one earlier. And one more. It's your turn. All right, stay tuned. Here comes some great art projects that were sent in.